Hey, so if you've had your home service business for any amount of time now, you've probably noticed some patterns. And the pattern usually goes something like this, where you get really busy and you like don't have enough time in the day to cover the amount of work that's coming in. Maybe you hired some people and you're like, man, I just wish I could find some more reliable help. And it's really hard to come by, right? And then uh, you're keep your nose down, you're working through busy season, and then next thing you know, your head comes up and you can't find work anywhere, right? And all of a sudden it's scarcity. And so there's this feast and famine that happens a lot in service businesses specifically. And this was a pattern that it took me a really long time to figure out in my own business. And I know that most business owners struggle with this a lot. And there's actually something called your revenue curve that you want to know and understand what's the natural buying cycle for your market, for your industry. Like, when do your customers buy? When do they stop buying? And how can you uh, flatten that curve a little bit? You're never going to completely flatten it out, but you want to be able to flatten it out a little bit. The other thing is, what I found was very mysterious for me in my company was knowing when to hire. That was really tricky. And once I understood that, it made a huge, huge difference. And this has a huge impact on how much you're able to grow because once you run out of capacity, so that meaning you don't have enough labor on your team to cover the amount of jobs that are coming through, once you run out of capacity, it can get really stressful in the business. And that means that you're in peak season typically, but you're not able to grow more and hire another person to handle that growth during peak season. And then that, of course, affects cash flow, it affects marketing, how much you can advertise and build up your client base so that during off season or during slow season, I should say, you're at least able to maintain a higher base, right? Because we want to move your baseline up. Your baseline should be growing and growing and growing as you own your business for a longer period of time. That being said, I have found an amazing tool that helps automate a lot of this and take the guesswork out of it and show you exactly what's happening in your business and even tell you when you need to hire. So I'm going to show you that part today. I'll cover the revenue curve and stuff in a different video, but today I want to actually share my screen and show you how this works in your home service business. So here we go. Let's dive right in. So I'm using a tool called WarPlan AI. Now, WarPlan AI is amazing. This is something that I use with all of my clients, and we go through and we log all the historical financial information. This is very similar to what we were doing in our maid service before we sold it a year and a half ago for a profit. And you can tell it what your profit margin is. You're going to see what your total profit was for the year. It tracks your average ticket, which is absolutely amazing. You always want to see your average ticket going up a little bit as the years go by, and then how often people buy from you, what your frequency is, and that's really important as well, your close rate and everything. But here's what I want to talk about today is the staff. And so we're going to tell WarPlan AI how many staff you have. So in this case, I have 12 employees. The number of crews would also be 12 because I use a one-man team basically. So in your case, maybe you've got two guys on a truck, and so it'd be six crews, right? So whatever that is for you, number of employees on each crew, whether it be one, two, three, and then this is a really important number that you want to know and understand, and it's one that I find a lot of business owners simply don't know, and that is the monthly revenue capacity per crew. Okay, and this is a super, super important number to know. For our maid service, it's about $6,000 a month. If you're doing window cleaning, pressure washing, gutter cleaning, you can actually produce a lot more than that with one team in a month. But basically, you want to calculate reasonably what can one team or one person do in revenue per day and then multiply that by 20. There's usually about 20 working days in any given month. So just take not the absolute maximum, but what's a reasonable number that one crew is going to do per day multiply that by 20, and then that will give you your monthly revenue capacity per crew. And you don't want the reason why you don't want to overestimate this is because Warplan AI is actually going to predict for you and tell you when you're going to run out of capacity based on your goals and when you need to hire. And actually sends you an email 30 days in advance saying, hey, you need to hire somebody. In about 30 days, you're going to run out of capacity. So go ahead and hire somebody now. Get them up and running, get them trained. Amazing. So the way this really fleshes out is, first of all, in your battle plan, we set up your goal for the year. And in my case, I'm doing a monthly recurring revenue goal. You could also just do an annual goal, and the software will extrapolate that out over a year. But if I view my goal, I can see exactly where I am in terms of my progress on my goal. And then I can see the number of leads that I need to get for the year, the number of customers I need to get for the year, and what my monthly recurring revenue goal is. If you're doing an annual goal, it'll look a little bit different. But based on that, it's going to know how much capacity I have and need each month to achieve that goal. So if my monthly capacity per crew was $6,000, then how many crews do I need to achieve that $100,000 a month goal? And so it tracks that for you. So all you have to do is go to data here, and I'm going to go to the capacity curve. And so this is going to show me when I'm going to run out of capacity. So right now I have 12 employees. So I've got plenty of capacity to hit my goals, but I know that in December, I need to hire one person. Simple as that, right? Based on my capacity. And then you can enable nerd mode, and this is going to tell you when you're able to, if you're able to service that month or not. And it'll tell you how many crews you need, how many employees are needed, and how many employees you need to hire. So this is super powerful and takes a lot of the guesswork out of knowing if you have enough capacity. And just like, it's weird because in business, if you're not tracking this stuff on a regular basis, you'll think everything's okay, and you'll think, oh yeah, maybe you pull your calculator out on your phone and you just do some quick numbers and you're like, I'm good, right? But there's something you didn't see coming, or you forgot to take into account your normal buying cycle, or maybe your maybe busy season happens a little bit earlier than what you really thought. And so like if you're not tracking this, you don't really know for sure. And so I love tracking in Warplan AI because it works so well together and just correlates all your numbers to each other. It makes it way easier to understand and basically automates the whole process. And it's going to send you an email every week saying, hey, this is how many clients you need to get this week to stay on pace with meeting your goals or closing your gap. This is how many crews you need, and you need to hire somebody within 30 days to stay on track with your goals and be able to meet your capacity needs. So if you want to learn more about Warplan AI, I will put a link below. We've got a whole amazing program. It's called the 90-day quick launch, where we actually set all of this up for you and with you. We go do a deep dive on your financials, and then we install a whole amazing marketing system that my friend Josh Latimer and his team put together. It's also very similar to what I used in my own company that actually helped us 9x our company in 4 years before selling it. And but what we have here is actually better even than what I had access to. So incredible. And then we've got a whole money mission library where we show you so much about sales and marketing and go through this together and just level up all across your business, your whole sales and marketing machine. And I love what Kevin O'Leary says. He says the first $2 million in your business, you should be focused on nothing but sales and marketing. Sales, sales, sales. First $2 million in your business. So, so if you're focusing too much on other things, your business is not going to grow. You want to get this stuff right. get your numbers right, get your metrics right, and understand your numbers and how your business really works. And you're going to be so happy that you did. So I'll put a link below if you want to book a call with me and just do a quick demo. I'd love to learn more about your business. And I've got some amazing free tools that I can train you on exactly how to get customers for free and more profitable using some sort of secret strategies that I never hear anybody talking about. So I'd love to help you with that. If you have any questions, just book a call or send me a message online. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.